So hi everybody and welcome to the virtual yoga studio, first class of ever. So I was going to say first class of 2020, but it's the first class of ever in here in the virtual yoga studio, other than a 90-day handstand challenge that we did that did happen here in the virtual yoga studio. But first, the series of just regular classes like a regular yoga studio. So welcome. I'm happy that you have joined, and I need to start this other recording, so let me do that. And I'm just going to say once again, welcome to the virtual yoga studio, the first class ever. We have done one 90-day handstand challenge, but this is the first class ever of just a regular series of classes like a regular yoga studio. So welcome. I am so happy that you have decided to join today. And this is, if you don't know, this is Goddess Yoga. That's why I'm wearing this belly dance scarf, because Goddess Yoga is a blend. It's something I created. It's a fusion of belly dance and yoga. Now, please don't get scared if you've never belly danced, or if you don't dance per se, or you say you have two left feet. It really doesn't matter. The point here is just to use very simple belly dance moves, which you don't even have to get right, but to use the concept, the idea of these very simple belly dance movements to open up your body and to discover new movement patterns in your body. Because how many times have you ever been stuck in any posture? Let's just say warrior two, for example, and the teacher is saying to you, drop your tailbone or put your pelvis level, and you don't know what they mean, and you feel like, well, I can't move my pelvis is where it is, right? Well, this is going to help you free up your body and free up those stuck places like the pelvis and shoulders and all these different parts of the body that we sometimes get stuck and tight in because of a lot of different reasons. So without further ado, you don't have to have a belly dance scarf. Obviously, you can have just regular yoga clothes. I'm wearing it because it's fun, and I suggest in future, if you're not prepared today, that you wear whatever makes you feel a little bit goddessy over or with your yoga clothing, or whatever yoga clothing makes you feel goddessy. Or maybe if you don't want to wear yoga clothing, you want to wear something else. That's cool with me too. I'm not real tied to these things. Also, just be aware that maybe you don't want to get too tied to your yoga mat either. You want to feel free to move off the mat a little bit. We may not necessarily do big, huge movements, or we might, but I want you not to be totally attached to this rectangular space that we call the mat, all right? So feel free and get comfortable with going off mat, kind of like off-road, but it's off mat, okay? So just find yourself a space on a mat or not on a mat, up to you. Close your eyes, and I want you to just take a moment to take a deep breath in. And another deep breath in. And now I want you to think of any goddess in your life that you would like to call in the energy of that person. And yes, we're going to go with living people right now. So whoever in your life does or has embodied goddess energy, a strong goddess energy for you in your life, just ask that person to come in today. Ask that person to come in. It could be a he, could be a she, we don't know, it doesn't really matter. Just goddess energy, because we all have the masculine and feminine. So call in the person that brings you the strongest goddess energy as a guide today, because I want you to be able to access your inner goddess. And now, if there is another goddess that's not a living or was not a living, breathing person that you knew, but you know, a goddess as we know them in the stories. So I don't know, Isis or Venus or whoever it might be for you, call in the energy of that goddess as well. And I want you to just ask these goddesses to guide you today, guide you in your quest to find that divine feminine strength and energy and creativity within yourself. Good. So now that you've connected with those energies, you can choose to keep your eyes closed if you like, or you can open them if you wish, and off we go. So I'm going to just start by stepping, just stepping. Just find the rhythm. Get in your feet, get into the earth. Stamp your feet a little bit, make noise with them. Walk around, move on your mat or off your mat, doesn't matter, just move. Feel the space. And now make the step smaller and add hips. And now make your feet still, hips side, side. Doesn't matter if you think you don't have rhythm, who cares? Just side to side. Make it more pronounced. Pop the hips. Starting to get some blood flow into the hips. We're chronically tight in the pelvis in this Western world. Pick up the pace. And circle the hips. Take your feet a bit wider. As wide as you like. Big juicy circles. Feel the bones in your hips pressing into all the tendons and ligaments, massaging them. And reverse, circle the other way. Do whatever you like with your arms, doesn't matter. All right, so now we're gonna play around with a figure 8 with your hips. So draw a figure 8 as if it's lying flat on the floor looking up at you. Good. Chances are this is the way that you're doing it now is the way that's the most comfortable for you. So reverse, do it the way that's a little less comfortable, or maybe a lot less comfortable sometimes. Good. Excellent. So now, just taking a moment to take another deep breath in. Just stay where you are. Exhale it out. Exhale it out. Good. We've got the hips a little bit warmed up now. So now we're going to play with some other parts of the body. So, thinking of your chest. So just circling the chest. Yes, ladies. Let the breath just move freely. And circle the other way. And now chest forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, back, forward, back, forward. Pick up the pace. And circle it again. And reverse. Good, now circle your shoulders. And reverse. Alternating one and then the other. And good, very nice. So now, I want you to come back to the hips again, and we're going to draw the alphabet. So whatever language you want to draw it in, it doesn't matter. Just drawing the alphabet with your hips. Don't forget to cross your T's and dot your I's. That's the most fun. Kind of like X also in cursive. If you haven't finished your alphabet, continue. If you have, just play in the hips a little. Now, hips forward, back, forward, back. You need your feet apart and knees slightly bent. Forward, back. Now, with the chest, draw the alphabet. It's okay to laugh at yourself, too. Good. Nice. Shake it out. All right, so let's work on your knees. Bend one and the other. So the hips are going to move, but this is about the knees beginning the action. Pick up the pace. Faster and faster until you make it as fast as you can. And it's just a vibration in the body. Woo, yes. And now, taking one leg to the side, you're going to push the hip up and down and back. Up and over and back. Up and over and back. Now let's do it without moving your foot. Like you're going over a hump and back over. Good, now circle that hip. Let your arms frame your hip, if you like. Or maybe let them float up, whatever you want. Good, so we're going to change hips now. Up and down, and back. This is my hip that doesn't move as well, you can see, it doesn't want to do it so much. And let it go, just shake. Nice and loose. So let go any tension that you put into your hips from the effort of doing something new. And as you shimmy the hips side to side, maybe see if you can shift your weight from one foot to the other a little bit. I'm going to start over here. Just lift and release the heels. Let your fingers move the wrists so that all the muscles of the hands and forearms get warmed up. Reverse circle the other way. You can just lift and release the heels, or you can do the knees really fast. Circle the wrists again the other way. And now let's stretch the fingers back. A lot of work that we do in yoga, we put a lot of weight on the hands and wrists, but we don't think about warming them up. And sometimes that's a detriment to us. Shake it out. The other hand. One finger, all the fingers, and then each individual finger. Good. And then shake it out. All right, pick up one foot. Just put the ball and foot down, and you're going to circle that ankle. Make sure you're circling the ankle, and then if you want to add emphasis by using the whole leg and hip, you can. But just make sure you're warming up the ankle, and shake it out. And then the other ankle, circle, circle. And all joints nice and warm if you can. And add the hip if you like. Make sure you're still working the ankle. So it's not ankle and then hip, but it's ankle plus hip, or just ankle. Good. Now, play with all your new moves, and do anything you like. Whatever feels good to you. There's no rules. There's no way to do it wrong. All right, inhale, reach up high, and exhale, bend your knees, drop it down. Shake your head, yes please. No thank you. Jiggle your shoulders. Good. Let your whole upper body sway now. So your feet should be wider than your hips at this point. Stop in the center, take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, bend your knees and just drop down into a nice deep squat. Your heels can lift off the floor. If they don't stay on the floor, that's fine, doesn't matter. Let go of all your rules, let them go, just right out the window. And now putting your hands down, you're gonna push one knee forward, the other knee back. And then we're gonna switch. Opposite knee forward, that knee back, the one that goes forward goes back. So stretching a little bit in the low back, inner thighs. Good. Be mindful of your breath here. Start to focus on breathing deeply. Controlling your breath. Using your inhales and exhales to help you through the movement, into the movement, or out of the movement, whatever the case might be. Good, so we're just gonna begin now with sun salutations. So coming, if you're on a mat, coming to the end of your mat. And we're gonna play with those sun salutations using the movements that we've just done, or movements that you create at the moment, whatever you feel like doing. So again, we're letting go of the rules of the sun salutation, and we're just playing with it, okay? So we know we're going from point A to point B because sun salutations have certain postures or certain places that you go to, but in the space between those postures, it's fair game, right? You can do anything you want. So if I say inhale, arms up, and exhale, fold forward, forward bend, we're accustomed to doing this, right? You might not want to do that today. So I encourage you, don't do that today, because that's what you always do. So this is about breaking out of the molds, breaking out of the patterns, and creating new movement patterns for yourself. So finding your Tadasana, and you can move in that Tadasana. Good. Now as you inhale, I want you to bring your arms up overhead, any way that you want to get them there. It does not matter how they come up. And when your arms are up, play with that. Reach them, stretch them, play with the space around you. Do whatever you like. And then from this reaching up, I want you to come down into a forward bend. Again, any way you want to get there. In your own time. So if you're slower than me or faster than me, that's fine. And once you are all the way down into a forward bend, you're going to make your way back to plank. Again, however you want to get there. Because there are no rules here. We know we're going to a destination, but the road we take is our choice. And then once you're in that plank, how can you play with that? How can you move parts of the body that resist being in plank to make them more comfortable and more happy? And now making your way down to the floor. Again, however you get there is up to you. And then we're going to find either cobra or up dog. Your choice, once again. And play in that posture. Make it expansive. Make it yours. Make it feel the way you want it to feel today. And then you're going to make your way to downward dog. Again, however you want to get there. It's absolutely fine. Play in your body. See what your body needs. Ask it what it needs, and then listen. Give your body what it needs in this practice today. Good. And when you are in your downward dog, play with that down dog. Many of you I know don't like downward dog, so make down dog your best friend. What feels good to do in this posture? Breathe deeply. Give yourself plenty of breath. And now you're going to make your way back to forward bend. Play with that. And then we're going to come back up to standing. Any way you want to get there, making it feel really good. And bring it back to our moving Tadasana. Take a moment to release any part of your body that feels like it gains tension or stress throughout the process of that sun salutation. Good. So pay attention to the whole body. Could be your pinky finger holding tension. Mine actually is. So yeah, we don't know what part of our body we're holding tension in sometimes, but we do want to let it go. We want to invite the body to release that tension. And now bringing your arms up overhead, however you want to get them there, and then flowing down to the forward bend again, however you want to get them. And then making your way to plank. And making your way down to the earth. And to up dog or to cobra, whichever right for you. Or maybe you want to make it a hybrid, an up cobra, or a cobra dog. And then making your way to downward dog. Release as many old movement patterns as you can. When you feel yourself starting to slip into habit, break it. Do something different with it. And then making your way back forward to forward bend. And then making your way all the way up to standing. And back to our moving Tadasana. So like I've been having some problems with my right shoulder and it's feeling a little tight right now. So I want to just play with that and invite it to open up, invite it to let go of whatever tension it was holding. So you be you do you, whatever your body needs, do that. And then we're going to make our way to Utkatasana. You know that fabulous posture that many people don't like. Chair pose, but I want you to embrace that. Maybe bring your arms up and hold your elbows and take your hips. And then come into your forward bend. And then making your way back to a plank pose. And then making your way down to the earth. And to up dog or to cobra. And then back to downward dog. And then we're going to lift your right leg up in the air, however feels good to you. Down dog split. I want you to feel the space around you. Use the leg, use the hips, use the ankle. And when you're ready, bring that foot between the hands. And we're going to come to warrior one, but I want you to get there in the most interesting way you've ever done. Good. Very nice. And in that warrior one, play a little bit. See where your body's tight. Where is it holding tension? Where is it resisting the posture? Most often, for most people, it's here in the pelvis. I'm checking my own pelvis because it does feel tight. So, think about the hip movements you do. Maybe up and down with the front hip, right? Or circling. And then reaching up. And we're going to open up into warrior two. And I want you to play with that warrior two. We're going to take the hips side to side. And circle. Feel free to move the shoulders and the arms. No more warrior two like this with the shoulders up by the ears. Let it go. And just shake your hips, whatever feels good. And taking your hands down to the earth. And back to a plank. And then lowering yourself down to the earth. And to cobra or to up dog. And to a downward dog. And now the left leg is going to reach up high in the air. And we're going to take that foot forward. And then I want you to make your way up to warrior one. However you can get there. Or however you want to get there. Like for me, it feels really good. You're going to stretch from the arm down the side and all the way to the front of the back hip. And again, I'm feeling tight in my hips and pelvis. So just playing with the movements that we did earlier to see which one feels good and loosens up my hips a little bit. Good. And now making your way to warrior two. Any way you want to get there. Good. And then warrior two, circle your hips. Now let's try hips forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. What about figure eight? You'll feel a lot more pull and stretch in the hip crease and in the hip joint. And all these attachments here in the front leg. Deep breath in and take it down. And back. And to the earth. To up dog or to cobra. And to downward dog. Or child's pose if you need. Totally legit. Push yourself back and rest a moment. It might be an active rest as well. So you might actually be moving your torso side to side with a circle. And then making your way back to down dog. You release the child's pose. Take another deep breath in. And we're going to take it forward to a forward bend. And let's just take the knees into a little shimmy. And make your way up to standing, however you want to get there. And coming back to your Tadasana. Good, shaking it out. So now let your arms just go. And I want you to shimmy the knees as fast as you can. Let the whole body just vibrate and shake out tension, shake out stress, shake out judgment of yourself. That one we really need to let go of. Good, and then stopping. Take a deep breath in. And we're going to exhale out through the mouth. So exhaling through the mouth to really release the things that you've stirred up with your practice so far. Good. So now just standing with your feet a little more than hips width apart once again. I'm going to take the arms out and up overhead. And once again, we're going to drop down into a nice deep squat. Lots of grounding and earthing or connecting to earth energy in this practice. But now we're going to shift that earth energy because we have been very earthy down in the feet, bending the knees, using the hips and pelvis. Those are all earth chakra, first chakra parts of the body. We've also been using the upper body too, but it's very, very much earth oriented. So hanging here in your squat pose for a moment. Taking some deep breaths, slow breaths in and out through the nose. You need to bring your heart rate down because it should be up by now. And then we're just going to have a seat. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Close your eyes for a moment. And as you breathe in, feel the rivers of wind energy moving through your body. And then cupping your hands, just bring them over your nose and mouth. And exhale into them. Then you're going to inhale again. Just keep your hands cupped over your face and mouth. I can't do that because you won't hear me. Keeping your hands here and just breathing. Releasing the hands when you're ready and just connecting now to that water energy. So yes, the breath is the air element. When you put your hands over your face, you begin to probably feel a little buildup of condensation, like I have extra sweat here from breathing the breath out into my hands. So using that image, I want you to take the rest of these postures in a very water element sort of way. But now I want you to think about water in its many forms. It has so many forms, a myriad of forms. So maybe you're like a soft rain, or maybe you're like a raging river, or maybe you're like a puddle. Whatever your water energy feels like today, take yourself to a seated forward bend. And we're not going to worry again about the perfect form here. So your feet might be flexed, they might be pointed, they might just be fluffed out and relaxed. Doesn't really matter. Just do it in the way that feels right and good for you. So inhale. Flowing forward. As you exhale. And then as you inhale, come back up to sitting. And as you exhale, flow forward like water again. Inhale, up like water being pulled up by the sun. And exhale, flowing forward over your legs. Like water, observing when your body feels tight, how you can make the water element of your body move through, under, over, or around the places that are tight. So this time when you're forward, just stay there. And now, because you are water, even if you're a puddle, puddles evaporate and they also seep down into the earth. So there's movement always with water. It's never static and still. Even if you put it in a glass, it's still, some of it's going to evaporate. And over time, it will all evaporate. So the water is always moving, no matter how much we try to contain it. So allow that water element of your body, the element that you are comprised of most. So let that water element of your body move your body. Occasionally, consciously using the wind energy, your breath, to move the water. That's what happens when water evaporates, right? Or when it's raining and the water's coming down sideways because the wind is blowing. Now inhale, slowly bring yourself back up. Bring your knees in, comfortable cross-legged position. And holding on to your knees, lift your chest, lift your head, let yourself lean back a little bit. And then as you exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Now rounding your spine, start to take the top of your head down towards the earth. Again, thinking of water, moving like water. Maybe you've changed what aspect of water you are. Reaching your head out forward towards the front of your mat and lifting up. Chest and head up, holding your knees. Lifting, looking up, and then exhale. Drop your chin to your chest. Round your spine. Drop the top of your head towards the front of your mat, and then you're going to slide the top of your head forward as if you're drawing a line down your mat. And let that inhale move you all the way up. So it's a very circular sort of motion. So keep going at your own pace. One more time. This time when you come up, stay there. Interlace your fingers and press your palms out away from you. Fluidity in the arms, lifting the arms up. And exhale, dropping your right hand down by your side, leaning over to the right as far as you can. If you've got a wall in your way like I do, move if you can. If not, just bend your elbow. Let your face look upwards towards the sky. Sorry about that. I'll stop that from happening. Breathing into the right lung, into the right side body. And now inhale and come up. And exhale, drop your left hand down. Leaning over to the left. Maybe just catching yourself on your hand, maybe all the way to your forearm. Reaching the right arm over. Turn your chest, let your chest roll upwards. Let your face look up. So sort of like your body's like a barrel floating down a river and it just rolls. Or it's just water and it's churning and rolling upward like the ocean waves. Play with this posture a little bit. Play with it. Make it feel good. See where your body wants to move and stretch a little bit differently. Remember, there's no wrong way to do this and no right way to do it. So whatever you do is just perfect. On your inhale, bring yourself back up to the center. And exhale, let your hands rest on your knees. Take 2 deep breaths. Again, feeling the wind, rivers of wind energy moving through your body. Moving the fluids. Relaxing your mind, relaxing your body. Okay. So we're going to come on to our hands and knees and take a few rounds of cat and cow. So making sure that your knees are directly underneath your hips, making sure that your wrists are directly under your shoulders, fingers spread wide. Let your spine get nice and fluid here. So as you inhale, let the sit bones drop the belly, lift the chest and head, look up. And as you exhale, curl the tailbone under, pull your belly in, chest in, chin in, round your back. Inhale, lift, and look up. Exhale, round. What kind of water are you now? Are you still the same thing, or did you change? Inhale, lift, and look up. Exhale, round. One more time, inhale, lift, and look up. And exhaling, round. Bring yourself back to center. We're going to come standing up on the knees. Now we're going to curl the toes under now, making sure all 10 toes are on the floor. If you need to, use your hands to manipulate that and make them all touch the floor. And when they are, sit back on your heels and just rest your palms on your thighs. Close your eyes. Try to elongate your spine as much as you can. Tailbone drops, crown of the head lifts. By now, when I say tailbone drops, you should have much more ability to control the pelvis and not have it tip forward, but have it sitting level. That's going to help low back issues if you have any, and prevent them if you don't. Beautiful. Now coming back onto your hands and knees, just drop yourself over onto one hip. And we're going to swing the legs out in front of you, and it is time for a little Shavasana. So as you come down onto the earth for your Shavasana, I want you to, again, think about water. What kind of water are you at this point in your practice? And I want you to move down onto the earth, onto your mat, as that water, whatever it is. Taking yourself all the way down. And once you're on your back, just stretch your legs and your arms up in the air. We have released, or we have moved a lot of energy today. So your issues are stuck in your tissues. So let's release them. So shaking arms and legs. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake. And let it go. Find your Shavasana. Spread your legs out, separate your feet at least hips width apart, arms by your sides, palms rolling upwards. Very slowly, very gently, turn your head from side to side. Eyes are closed. When your neck feels complete, let go of the movement and just gently return your head back to center. We're going to release and relax the jaw now. So inhaling through the nose. Exhaling softly through the mouth, whispering the sound qua, like what without the teeth. It's meant to release and relax tension in the jaw. When the jaw is tense, everything in the female triangle is also tense, and I presume for men too, that would probably also be the case for you as well. If there's tension in the jaw, there's probably going to be tension in the pelvic region. When you feel that your jaw is so relaxed, you can't even hold your mouth open, then let go of conscious breath. Let it go. No longer thinking about when you inhale or when you exhale. Just know that it will come. It will come when it needs to. Your body is super oxygenated right now anyway. Good. Now shifting your awareness down into the lower half of your body. Tell everything from the waist down to relax and release. Feel as if any tension or discomfort in your lower body is dissolving. Let that tension or discomfort drain down your legs and out through your feet, leaving your entire lower body soft and relaxed. And now shifting your awareness to the upper half of your body. Tell everything from the waist up to relax and release. Feel as if any tension, any discomfort in your upper body is dissolving. And then let that drain down your arms and out to your fingertips. Leaving your entire upper body soft and relaxed. Feel your neck and throat soft and open. And feel the muscles of your face soften and relax. Allow the inner corners of your eyes to get deeper as they soften. Soften your brow, soften your temples. Let your ears and your scalp relax. Feel the space between your inner right ear and your inner left ear get deeper. And feel your brain sink down in the space between the ears, resting gently in the back of your head. Now letting go of all of your thoughts. If a thought comes to you, thank it for being there. Don't become attached to it. Allow it to flutter away like rose petals in the breeze. So that you are body, mind, and spirit relaxed. Relax. Relax. And slowly begin to deepen your breath. Allow your toes and your fingers to move gently. And begin to stretch and move in any way that feels good to you, gently bringing your awareness back into your physical body. Yes, energy is all there is. So as you breathe deeply, feel that energy that you're creating with your breath. Roll onto your right side, knees into the chest, if you didn't already. Now placing the palm of your left hand down on the floor in front of your chest, slowly stretch your left leg towards the end of your mat. And gently bring yourself to a comfortable seated position. Maybe that's cross-legged in Sukhasana, maybe it's sitting on your heels, whatever feels good for you. Bring your hands together to prayer pose in your heart center. We'll close our practice by vibrating the sound of Om 3 times. So taking a nice deep breath in. Bowing your head to yourself, just take a moment to honor yourself, to honor your practice, and to thank yourself for taking the time to take care of your body, your mind, and your spirit in such a beautiful way. The light and the spirit within me honors and salutes the light and the spirit that shines so beautifully and brightly within each one of you. Or as we say in yoga, simply, Namaste. So namaste. Thank you so much for joining me here today in the virtual yoga studio. I hope you have enjoyed this class as much as I have enjoyed teaching it to you. And be sure to look for the other classes. Right now we have Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday classes. We have Goddess Yoga, we have Yoga Study Hall, and we have just a regular Yoga Flow class on Saturday mornings. So Yoga Study Hall is on Wednesday, Yoga Flow on Saturdays, and Goddess Yoga on Mondays. So thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Have a happy day.